Oh, Lisa, your ring is absolutely gorgeous. Who would have thought that we'd both be engaged at the same time? Have you chosen a date?
No, not really. We're just gonna enjoy being engaged for a while. Honestly, we haven't even thought about a date. What about you?
June, definitely June. Oh, I've always wanted to be a spring bride. I know it's old-fashioned, but the white dress, the flowers, and all my friends and family coming together, it's so important to me. That sounds quite corny, doesn't it?
No, it sounds perfect. Complicated, but perfect.
Aren't you excited about getting married?
Yes, I'll admit it. I am very happy, and no one is more surprised than me. I kept saying that I never wanted to get married, but then I met Jeremy, and all I wanted was to be with him. Me. Lisa, I can't stand monogamy. Morgenfeld wants nothing more than to marry Jeremy Losingworth, who sounds corny now. I never realised how important marriage was to you.
Not so much marriage, but the wedding. You know how much I love weddings. I adore everything about weddings. When I was little, I had at least a dozen different wedding dresses for my Barbie dolls. I even dressed Ken in tuxedos with brightly coloured cummerbunds.
I remember you doing that. I thought it was just some phase you were going through.
If it was a phase, it's one I'm still in. The thing is, it's not just the wedding day. There'll be the hen party where we can all wear bikinis and order crazy drinks in the Bahamas. And then visiting all those shops with Mum and Liz and looking at dress after dress while they ooh and ah. My mother will get the perfect mother of the bride dress, and my sister will be gorgeous because she is gorgeous. It will take days of shopping and lunches, and we'll talk of nothing but the wedding. The thing about weddings is that the bride isn't just the star of the show on the day, she's the star of the show every day for months and months.
Gosh, Mandy, I hadn't considered any of that. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed just listening to you.
Don't worry, I'll help you out with everything. I've lived and breathed this for over a year.
Is Tom as into the whole wedding thing as you are?
Tom wants to get married sooner rather than later. Admittedly, we had a few arguments, especially about the first dance, but he understands.
I didn't know Tom liked dancing.
It's his biggest sacrifice for me. He's learning to dance a tango. It's so romantic. Everyone stops and watches the newly married couple dance that one incredibly beautiful dance.
So you're having a reception?
Of course, the reception is more important than the wedding. It has to be perfect, totally classy, nothing cheap or tacky. Flowers, real champagne, the multi-tiered cake.
A multi-tiered cake? Really?
We haven't quite decided on that yet. I want a cake big enough to send everyone a slice, but Tom thinks it's a bit foolish. The main thing is he understands that this is my lifelong dream.
And you're going to do all of this over Zoom?
Yes, I included the Zoom address in the invitations. I sent everyone the Notre Dame Cathedral backgrounds of their pews, and of course, Tom and I have backgrounds of that gorgeous altar.
Mandy, Notre Dame Cathedral burnt down.
Not virtually, it didn't. Then the reception will be in the atrium of the Louvre Museum, and I chose virtual table and table settings, all in the springtime theme. I tried to see everyone with people that they would enjoy so we could have Zoom breakout discussions during dinner. I had to choose between Domino's Pizza and Nutrisystems to deliver dinner, as they're the only ones that are literally everywhere. I'm still working on that one.
Mandy, I know life goes on and all, but, well, when Amazon Prime delivered my engagement ring in a crushed up little box on the front steps, they didn't even bother to walk it all the way up to the door. I was, I don't know, I was happy, but not all the way happy. Jeremy was on the phone proposing as I opened the box. Well, reopened the box since I'd already opened it before he called because I didn't know what it was. I guess it was romantic in its own way. Will you and Tom move into your own place before the wedding so that you can at least share the same Zoom square when you dance?
We can't be together at all because of Tom's work. I'll be with Mum and Lisa till the pandemic ends, or at least until Tom stops working in A&E. We'll dance our tango apart in our own squares, but emotionally together.
Mandy, why don't you just wait until this is all over?
It's the one thing Tom insists on. He says we have to be married before the baby is born. I'll be huge by then, and but I figured out how to keep the cameras high enough so I don't look like an inflated blimp bride. Since no one will see me from the waist down, I am splurging on the wedding dress top and bouquet. We bought all new cameras and sound equipment, so everything will be just perfect.
Except there won't be any guests or a groom.
Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. This is going to be the day I dreamt of all my life. My perfect wedding day.